It is said that one day long ago, a person was infected by a mysterious plague. Everyone was worried. Nothing could cure him. Just as he was about to die, he disappeared, never to be seen again. Thousands of years later, he finally wakes up, but he is not the person he thought he was. Now he is a vampire! Hey everybody, T-Rex Lord here. Welcome back for more Plague Inc. Evolved. In the last episode, we played as the Simian Flu and basically used a bunch of Donkey Kongs on horses with machine guns, which I should have made a joke about last episode. God damn it.
Okay!
To kill the whole world. And in this episode, we're going to play as the Shadow Plague. That intro I made is not for show. Vampires. We got vampires to deal with. This is going to be a fun one. Now, it takes ideas from both the Simian Flu and the Necroa virus and changes things up to make it extremely unique. It has elements of both, but they're done very differently. It's an interesting thing. Now, unfortunately, I have none of these whatsoever. And I might be cutting this video a lot because this episode I'm going to do something a bit challenging, something I should have done with previous plagues, but I didn't. We're going to be playing this on Mega Brutal. Yup. For this last one, well, I'm going to go back and probably do the other ones on Mega Brutal, but for the last plague, I want to do something a little more interesting and do this strategy on Mega Brutal. This is probably going to take me a few tries. I'm going to be upset if I take like all afternoon to do so, but oh well. And we are going to name our plague Sparkles. Something is waking. Centuries ago, a human close to death was infected by a sentient pathogen, the Shadow Plague. Buried deep underground, the human was slowly consumed and transformed. Choose where a vampire emerges. The Shadow Plague has fully mutated the DNA of its host into a being of great power. Now, driven by eternal hunger, it is time to rejoin the world. This time, humanity will fall! Correct, you are, except This is a hard plague on Mega Brutal. On normal difficulty, it's piss easy for me, but on Mega Brutal, the strategy I found that works best out of strategies I found on YouTube, lol, is starting in Greenland. A vampire rises in Greenland. The world has changed beyond belief, but the vampire can already smell the blood of billions of humans waiting to be consumed and subjugated. Now, to look at things a little bit, we are a vampire indicated by this thing on the map. That is where we are. Whenever you start any playthrough with this Shadow Plague, you will start with a few DNA points. On Mega Brutal, it's 19. I think on normal, it's 23 points. It changes depending on difficulty, so you get less and less as difficulty rises. Now, for what we can do to do anything. Transmissions, we have nothing. Symptoms, there is the Shadow Blessing. Do not pick it up. Do not. You do not want that right now. You have other things here. You can make yourself harder to detect. That's not very worthwhile. What we want is brute strength and power. We want to kill the entire population of Greenland to start. That is the first thing we want to do. Why did I start in Greenland? Well, eventually there's going to be a threat called Templar, and Greenland is one of the more central locations to get to any of them with ease. The place they start is random. They can have anywhere from 5 to 7 bases, I believe. Last attempt I tried, I had 7 bases. It was probably impossible at that point, but if we can get like 5 or maybe even 6, that'd be nice, but 7's basically a reset. For me, at least, because I'm not that good at this game. As we kill Greenland, we are going to get our DNA points refunded, and the first thing we want to do right off the bat is increase our blood rage and get bats too so we can move around. But we mainly want to increase our blood rage to a level 4 and also get dark rituals so as we kill people we will heal ourselves. And we are gonna get Shadow Blessing, but we're gonna do that later. One cool thing about this disease type is that you can technically kill the entire world without using Shadow Blessing. However, that takes an incredibly long time. Not worth it. I'm gonna get bats just so we have it. Vampire feeding attracts attention in Greenland. Yeah, you've already killed like 4,000 people. Now, one thing I hope is that Templar doesn't start up early. If it does, it's basically a reset again. So I want to make sure that they start as late as possible. Preferably when I start in my second location. We've been tracked. It doesn't matter. We are about to kill Greenland entirely. Now we want to move over to Iceland and nom over there. So we're going to eat them too. We're going to want to pick up Dark Ritual. Reason being is as we attack people, we will constantly heal. So if we're in a country that doesn't have Templar, we are going to constantly heal. I want my blood rage to be as high as possible. That costs 29. Okay. Alright, 29. Oops, wrong button. Blood rage level 3. And if possible, I want to get blood rage level 4 up. There's Templar right there. Where are they going to start? They're going to start up relatively soon. Alright, let's pause. Let's see what we got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Are you fucking kidding me? Okay, the good thing about this is that they're all on the east side. They are all linear in like their paths, so I can potentially take them out. Basically nothing. Yeah, we're just gonna call this a fail and goodbye. Yep, vampire's gone by itself. Alright. Templar's actually taking a while. There they are. There they are. Where are they going? Alright, let's check this out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ooh, this is actually doable. This is actually doable. We can do this one. With only 5 bases, we should be able to take them out pretty easily. Vigilantes in Iceland, fight vampire. No, thank you. We're gonna heal off of you anyway, so it doesn't matter. Alright, we're going to devour Iceland's population, and we're gonna move on. We're not gonna stick around in countries. We're going to take them out as fast as possible. So we're gonna go to Morocco first, and take them on. And that should be easy enough. Yep. Heal up, my friendo. We're gonna take out the base in Colombia first, because we do not want that. We don't want to backtrack that far, so we're just gonna take this out while we're here. Go here, and then take them on and take them out. Now I'm eventually gonna get blood rage level 4. In fact, I should probably get that right now when I have the chance. We're getting a ton more points as we're healing. Get that. That will not matter to me right now. We're gonna move back over to Africa and take on them in Central Africa. Boom. And now this should be a little easier to take out. Well, not easier, harder to take out, but it doesn't matter. We also get DNA points for taking them out, which is nice. Okay, I'm gonna get my Dark Ritual level 2 so I can heal faster. And we're gonna move over to Saudi Arabia. And then after that, there will be one more base. Take them out. How's it looking? Are we gonna win that fight? We are. Barely, but we won it. Now we have Australia to take out. Man, but Australia's a common place for them to go. Okay, we have full health. We are at full health. Temple. Ah, god damn it. As soon as I get there, they're like, oh, we're stronger now. This should be easier to take out than having like a 6th base. We're going to need to go back and forth a few times to heal and then attack before they can heal up, and do that at least a few times, and then we should have them. We heal faster than they do, so ha 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 ha. Coming back, this should take at least another cycle after this. Come on. Ooh, we might have him this time. Boom! Templar forces eradicated. There we go. Now we have this in the bag. Why? Alright, so let me explain this. Templar is easily the hardest part of beating the Shadow Plague. Reason being is because they're so strong, and if they're there when you do Shadow Blessing, you'll have to deal with them and the cure at the same time. Not only that, when you have layers around, which I'm gonna grab, they will be able to take out your layers, and that is not good for you. So now for the rest of the strategy, we're going to want to set up layers in different parts of the world. Reason being is this ability I'm going to pick up in a second, Shadow Portal. When traveling, Vampire is able to instantly travel to any layer in the world regardless of distance. That's good because they can be way outside your range. We can be in Indonesia, have a lair in Canada, and we can go there. We're going to want to set up 5 layers in like central locations. So we're going to put a lair here in India. A vampire creates a lair in India, hidden away from humans. This lair acts as a base for the vampire. Here it can heal itself as well as generate DNA by conducting genetic experiments on healthy and infected people. So it does give you DNA generation, however the generation isn't that great right now. So it's not something to rely on, it's just extra. It doesn't matter that much. We're going to want to set up 5 layers across the world. We're going to set up 1 in Africa, Central Africa. Set 1 up here. There's a blood rage to increase our regeneration, because we generate as we kill people. Now, technically we could win the game right now. We could just... no, we're not setting up a layer, we're moving up to Europe. We could just win the game right now, because nothing stands in our way to kill everybody. But that takes a long time. And it's not the most fun strategy, so instead we are going to place layers all over the place, and then we are eventually going to get a ton of points to use our disease, and then we're going to basically win from there. So I'm going to set up a lair in, well, we're going to eat first. We're going to set up a lair in Brazil. Right there. And we're going to set up 1 more once we get the points. Now, one thing to note is that with Iceland and Greenland dead, they are not important to us right now. Well, they won't be important to us anymore because we just killed them at the start of the game. We have every other country to deal with. You see, Greenland's technically infected because you have the vampire in there, but Greenland and Iceland are just straight dead. We are attacking Mexico, and we're going to put our final lair in Mexico. And then after that, I'm going to cut away to when I have a bunch of points, because welcome to Hellmouth combo. Oh, jeez. Dark whispers emanate from the shadow portals, increase vampire strength. Ooh, nice. We're going to put our final lair here in Mexico. And now I'm going to go to our base in India and go to China, because its population is like the highest or second highest in the game. Is it higher than India? Barely not. But anyway, we're gonna eat for a while. Nothing stands in our way. If vigilantes come after us, doesn't matter. We have the We have dark rituals, so it doesn't matter to us. At this point, I will be right back. as I nom nom on the Chinese for a bit. Do not take that out of context. Please don't. When everything you know has come and alright, I think 500 points is enough. Yeah, I have 500 points for this. Alright, so now that we have a ton of points, we are finally going to evolve Shadow Blessing. Vampire releases the Shadow Plague to help subjugate humanity. Victims develop severe bruising. Now from here, we have two different trees. We're going to do this, and we're going to do what we can. It's going to get a ton of symptoms. We're going to go eventually up to Shadow Slaves. So once anyone's infected, they become a slave to the vampire. That's something we want. Also, have them sacrifice people so we get more DNA from our lairs. I'm gonna do that, and we're gonna increase our transmission. So Zoonotic shift. I'm gonna get bat level 1, 2, wolf level 1, 2, dog level 1, 2, water, air. I did that backwards. Extreme bioaerosol, fomites, and our level of blood gift. Now what blood gift does is that if the vampire is in a country, they will be a way to transmit. So if I'm in China right now, so I will spread in China easily. And another thing is with these resistances, they depend on where your vampire is, or where your lairs are in the world. So now we are going to spread our disease, unknown disease spotted in China. And now we are infecting like mad. Sparkle is placed on watch list. Now one thing they're going to do is, like the simian flu, they're going to eventually start labs to try and cure us. However, with these labs and these with these lairs in these strategic places, you'll be able to easily go to a place and then take out the lair, or take out the lab, and then you will just be fine. They will start them up soon, hopefully. If not, that'd be honestly amazing. But we can just go anywhere we want and then spread the infection ourselves. New lab built to cure sparkles right there in Sweden. So we're gonna spread in Canada. There are bubbles. Now they're starting so many labs, but we can take them out easily. Lab in Poland destroyed by vampire. Take out the lab here. The lab's been destroyed in Russia, and I didn't even do anything. Nice, take out the one in the Middle East. Cranial elephantitis symptom mutated. And take out the lab there. That does slow cure progress, but we're going to want to probably take on some of the cure progress ourselves. Alright, we're going to want to fly faster. And we're going to want... gonna make ourselves harder to cure that way. Now go over to Mexico, over to the, come on, Caribbean, and then take out the lab here. There we go, they're setting up all sorts of labs all over the place. We're first going to want to spread here in Africa. Now go. I want to go to lairs most likely because you'll fly faster, because you'll instantly teleport there. Weeping Sores. Alright, hold on. What countries do we not have yet? Madagascar, New Guinea, Australia, New Zealand. Don't worry. We can fly to India and then deal with this. That's Australia, that's New Guinea. Now get New Zealand. Now fly over to Madagascar. We got New Zealand. Plague Dogs combo. Dogs covered in pustules ooze over people when stroked, increases infectivity. And now once we infect the entire planet, we're just taking a while because of uphill ice skating combo. Vampire uses blade towers to travel faster over icy terrain, increases combat strength in cold climates. Ooh, nice. And now once New Zealand is taken over, blood trumps all combo. Wow. A human leader promises to make vampires great again and build a wall of blood because it sounds cool. Excuse me? Excuse me? Is that really a thing? Anabolic boost at the mutated? That's really a fucking thing. Really? Really? Okay. The Shadow Plague is fully corrupted humanity with sparkles, and now, after thousands of years, the vampires can finally begin their rule of blood and pain. The world falls into darkness. And there we go. Vampire Master, Mega Brutal, done. And I got 4 stars for it. Oh well. I could have probably done it a little faster. Oh well. So yeah, that's our first Mega Brutal playthrough. I'm probably going to go back to their plagues to do that because I wanted to just show them off, but for the last one I wanted to challenge myself. If you want me to go back and do the other plagues on Mega Brutal, I definitely can. I'm also going to do, eventually, well, we got Bat Bolt, Keck. We're also going to do official scenarios, and there's a lot of other things we can do here. This game is far from over. And there's also custom scenarios, which is what people make in the Steam Workshop. If you want me to do that, let me know. I totally would. But for now, that's it. Next time on Plague Inc. Evolved, I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm either going to go back and do the other plagues on Mega Brutal, or I'm going to start the official scenarios. Either one, I'm not sure. I'll figure it out. See you guys then.